Hey everyone, Dr. Mike here. Today we're diving into a topic that frustrates many: why you're not losing weight. You're putting in the effort, you're trying to make healthier choices, but the scale just isn't budging. Or worse, it's going in the wrong direction. I hear this all the time in my practice. And trust me, you're not alone in this struggle. It's incredibly disheartening when you feel like you're doing everything right, yet the results you're hoping for remain elusive. This journey can be complex, and sometimes there are subtle saboteurs at play that we don't even realize are derailing our progress. The good news is that often, these roadblocks are common and, more importantly, fixable. It's not about a lack of willpower or not trying hard enough. It's usually about understanding the science behind weight loss and identifying the specific behaviors or misconceptions that might be working against you. We're going to break down these common pitfalls, explore why they hinder weight loss, and discuss practical, actionable strategies you can implement starting today. My goal is to empower you with knowledge so you can make informed decisions and get back on track towards your health and wellness goals. So, if you've ever asked yourself, why am I not losing weight despite my efforts? Then this video is definitely for you. We're going to cut through the confusion and the noise of fad diets and quick fixes. Let's uncover the top 5 mistakes that might be holding you back from achieving sustainable weight loss. We'll look at the physiology, the psychology, and the everyday habits that can make all the difference. Get ready to take some notes because we're about to transform your understanding of what it truly takes to lose weight effectively and healthily. First up, skipping meals. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Dr. Mike, if I eat less often, surely that means fewer calories. And fewer calories mean weight loss, right? It's a common line of thinking, and on the surface it seems logical. You're busy, you miss lunch, or you intentionally skip breakfast to save calories for later. However, this strategy can backfire, making losing weight harder. Your body might interpret prolonged periods without food as a sign of scarcity. This can trigger a survival response, slowing your metabolism. Skipping meals can also lead to significant blood sugar fluctuations. This can cause intense hunger, irritability, and poor food choices. Extreme hunger often overrides our best intentions, leading to overeating. You might consume more calories in one meal than you saved by skipping earlier ones. Skipping meals can also lead to nutrient deficiencies, impacting your health. The psychological toll of skipping meals shouldn't be underestimated either. It can foster an unhealthy preoccupation with food. You might find yourself constantly thinking about your next meal, feeling deprived, and then experiencing guilt if you give in to your hunger and eat more than you planned. Let's talk about something crucial: not drinking enough water. Hydration is key for optimal body function and weight loss. Chronic mild dehydration can sabotage weight loss efforts. Water is essential for metabolism and fat breakdown. Even mild dehydration can slow your metabolism. Think of it like an engine running without enough oil. Proper hydration helps you burn more calories. Water is a natural appetite suppressant. Sometimes thirst is mistaken for hunger. Drinking water before meals can reduce calorie intake. Hydration is crucial for exercise performance. Dehydration can reduce endurance and increase fatigue. Stay hydrated to get the most out of your workouts. Water aids digestion and prevents constipation. Our third major mistake, and one that's often overlooked in the context of weight loss, is lack of sleep. We live in a society that sometimes glorifies being busy and skimping on sleep, but this can have profound negative effects on our health, including our ability to manage our weight effectively. It's not just about feeling tired. Sleep deprivation triggers a cascade of hormonal changes and cravings that can make sticking to a healthy eating plan incredibly challenging. When you don't get enough quality sleep, your body's hormonal balance gets thrown out of whack. Two key hormones involved in appetite regulation are ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin is often called the hunger hormone because it stimulates appetite. Leptin, on the other hand, is the satiety hormone that signals to your brain that you're full. Studies have consistently shown that when you're sleep deprived, your ghrelin levels increase, making you feel hungrier, while your leptin levels decrease, meaning you don't feel as full or satisfied after eating. This hormonal double whammy means you're not only more likely to feel hungry throughout the day, but you're also less likely to feel satisfied by the food you do eat. This can easily lead to overconsumption of calories, even if you're consciously trying to control your portions. Your body is essentially sending out stronger hunger signals and weaker fullness signals, making it an uphill battle against your own physiology. It's like trying to drive with one foot on the gas and the other lightly on the brake. Beyond ghrelin and leptin, lack of sleep can also increase cortisol levels. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and chronically elevated levels can lead to increased appetite, cravings for unhealthy comfort foods, often high in sugar, fat, and salt, and an increased tendency for your body to store fat, particularly around the abdominal area. So even if you're managing stress well during the day, skimping on sleep can independently trigger this stress response in your body. Furthermore, sleep deprivation affects the prefrontal cortex of your brain, which is responsible for decision-making and impulse control. When this area isn't functioning optimally due to lack of sleep, your ability to make healthy food choices and resist temptations is significantly impaired. That donut in the break room or the late-night urge for ice cream becomes much harder to say no to when you're tired. Your brain is essentially less equipped to prioritize long-term health goals over immediate gratification. Think about your energy levels too. Alright, let's move on to our fourth common mistake: overestimating the calories burned during exercise and, often as a consequence, overcompensating with food. Exercise is undeniably crucial for overall health, for building muscle, for cardiovascular fitness, and yes, it does play a role in weight loss by helping to create a calorie deficit. However, there's a common misconception about just how many calories we actually torch during our workouts, and this can lead to a frustrating plateau or even weight gain. Many people diligently hit the gym or go for a run, see the calorie counter on the treadmill or their fitness tracker tick up, and then feel justified in rewarding themselves with a larger meal or a less than healthy treat. The problem is, these calorie counters, whether on machines or wearables, are often not entirely accurate. They provide estimates, and these estimates can sometimes be significantly higher than the actual number of calories you've expended, depending on various individual factors like body composition, fitness level, and workout intensity. This overestimation can create a false sense of security. You might think, I burned 500 calories, so I can afford this 500-calorie dessert. But what if you only really burned 350 calories? You've just consumed an extra 150 calories, thinking you were breaking even. Do this consistently, and those extra calories add up, effectively negating the calorie deficit you were trying to achieve through exercise. It's a subtle trap that many fall into, especially when they're new to tracking exercise and food intake. Another aspect to consider is the what versus the how much of exercise. While all movement is beneficial, not all exercise burns calories at the same rate. A leisurely walk is great for your health, but it won't burn nearly as many calories as a high-intensity interval training, HIIT session, or a long run. Sometimes people equate time spent exercising with calories burned without fully appreciating the impact of intensity. 30 minutes of gentle yoga is very different from 30 minutes of vigorous cycling in terms of energy expenditure. Furthermore, our bodies are incredibly adaptive. As you get fitter, you become more efficient at performing the same exercises. This means that an activity that burned a certain number of calories when you first started might burn fewer calories as your body adapts and becomes stronger and more conditioned. Let's address stress eating or emotional eating. This is when we turn to food not because we're hungry, but to cope with feelings like stress, anxiety, or sadness. Emotional eating can sabotage weight loss efforts and create a challenging cycle. Our emotions and eating habits are deeply intertwined. From a young age, food is often associated with comfort and reward. Think about birthday cakes, holiday feasts, or treats when you were upset. These associations can lead us to reach for food when overwhelmed. The relief food provides is temporary and often followed by guilt. Stress releases cortisol, increasing appetite and cravings for comfort foods. These foods provide a quick burst of pleasure, but don't address the underlying issue. It's a temporary fix for a deeper problem. Identifying whether your hunger is physical or emotional is key. Physical hunger comes on gradually and can be satisfied by a variety of foods. Emotional hunger often comes on suddenly and craves specific foods. It may lead to mindless eating and feelings of guilt. Learning to distinguish between these two types of hunger is crucial. Emotional eating often happens unconsciously. You might find yourself reaching for snacks while watching TV or scrolling through social media. This mindless consumption can add extra calories, making weight loss difficult. So, how can you start to manage emotional eating? The first step is awareness. Try keeping a food and mood journal for a week or two. Note down what you eat, when you eat, how you're feeling before you eat, and how hungry you are on a scale of 1 to 10. This can help you identify patterns and triggers. Do you always reach for chocolate when you're stressed? Do you overeat when you're feeling lonely or bored? Recognizing these patterns is the foundation for change. Once you've identified your triggers, the next step is to find healthier coping mechanisms. So there you have it, the top 5 mistakes that might be preventing you from losing weight. We've talked about the pitfalls of skipping meals, the crucial role of hydration, how lack of sleep can derail your efforts, the dangers of overestimating exercise calories, and the impact of stress eating. It's a lot to take in, I know, but understanding these common challenges is the first powerful step towards overcoming them. Remember, knowledge is power. And now you're better equipped to navigate your weight loss journey with more awareness and effective strategies. The key takeaway here is that sustainable weight loss isn't about extreme diets, quick fixes, or punishing yourself. It's all about balance and making sustainable changes to your lifestyle that you can maintain in the long run. It's about nourishing your body, listening to its cues, and being kind to yourself throughout the process. Small, consistent changes in these 5 areas can add up to make a significant difference, not just on the scale, but in how you feel overall, your energy, your mood, and your confidence. If you found this video helpful, and I really hope you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel and lets me know what kind of content you find most valuable. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more health tips, myth-busting, and evidence-based advice to help you live your healthiest life. Thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.